Ownership, that's a concept Nipsey really advocated for.
Man, I just believe in ownership, you know what I mean? I believe in, investing in yourself. When you make money, you can easily go a lot of places, but I just feel like, your foundation should be strong.
The ability to own what one creates, to build an IP, intellectual property, and leverage it financially to pass on to one's children. A record, a book, content, media, a clothing brand. Owning means you can sell to brands, to corporations, or direct to consumer, to your fans.
All our billionaires became billionaires through partnerships. White billionaires became millionaires through ownership. It's different. You saw what happened with Ye. They took a partnership and now you're not a billionaire. Look at Diddy. You can't touch Elon Musk because that's ownership.
Recently, Kanye gave us a masterclass regaining his billionaire status via ownership of his masters, creating products independently and selling direct, no middlemen.
Artists are companies. We are not just artists. Artists shouldn't have managers. Artists should have CEOs.
At Code&Media, we help entrepreneurs with their business making content to grow and creatives making content who are starting businesses to grow. And the key to all of this is creating your own products, your services, an agency, a SaaS, or your own merchandise. A team is dedicated to them so they can either produce better content or create IP and find new business ideas to generate more cash. It's a vision we share a lot with an entrepreneur like Baloo, own platform media, create brand concepts. But first, we need to remind you what happened before.
Okay, guys, I think you all seen the clip from Lebron and this very, very, very sad comment. And I want to share with you thoughts about what I think is more a topic about ownership versus slavery and how we have to break free from those corporations. For those who don't know me, my name is Valdi. I'm a French entrepreneur. I'm founder of Code&Media, a growth operator agency. We help big time CEO to create infrastructure and create content that can be sell or passed down to their family. We have 3 levels for that, and we publish YouTube and LinkedIn posts, create authority, create brand platform, putting light on your expertise, and what we call the SPK, specific knowledge. We create frameworks too, and that can become digital products that can generate cash flow and can generate assets, valorization, and exit. We also publish book and conferences for our CEO. So the main question here, I think, it's about ownership. How Nipsey said in the clip that I share in the beginning of the video, and because most of our athletes, artists, and entrepreneurs, it's not just about Lebron. They don't own their masters, pun intended. They don't think about creating assets, creating wealth, generation wealth, not just wealth. They are praying for money, asking for money, making everything for money, but they don't own anything, unfortunately. They don't have self-love, knowledge of self. They don't think about the impact that they can have. And why I do this video, because I think it's a symptom of a new beginning, a new era. Like Vic Mensa said, Black excellence is a scam. We celebrate those people for many, many years, and really they are owned by corporation media, and they don't think by themselves. But the most interesting thing, I think, it's they don't have a clue of how powerful they are. And for me, the next step for all of us as a community, as a group of people, it's toppling status. Like in every revolution, we have to breaking free from servitude, from the chain of the past, from false role models. I think it was a song from J. Cole where he say false prophet, and we have to rebuild, reshape the culture, no longer being a culture that gets extract from brand that use our distribution channel, our shine, our history, and our ability to drive attention. Because who watching NBA, who watching soccer, who watching football, and brand just come and take without sharing a percentage of the revenue, without creating IP, intellectual property, and therefore without creating residual income, depriving our children, sorry for my accent, of our legacy. But I think the future is bright. We have some hope. We have people that making the opposite, like Ice Cube creating his own league, Jalen Brown who reject a 50 million deal with Nike, endorsement deal with Nike to create his own brand, create his own infrastructure. Now I think it's the director of the union that negotiate deal with NBA and Kyrie, of course, breaking rules. And the main issue is here. This contract with corporation. It can be record contract. It can be NBA contract. It can be contract with brands if you create content on social. It's all about what you see in yourself. And this is why I wrote this. Love yourself, brother. Know your roles. Learn how to negotiate. You have to know that the roles is from you. You have the power. You give the power. And with this, you have leverage. But if you don't see yourself as a force, you can negotiate well. The second thing is fear. And I understand it. Fear of losing everything, letting down the family, not having a second chance, when really you are the talent. And why you're so afraid of losing everything, of not having a second chance, because you don't understand that God gave you this power, give you this talent, give you this specific knowledge, and you have to cultivate it. This is why we have some numbers like this. 70% of athletes after 5 years going broke. Financial literacy. Learn how to make money, how to not live check to check, not depend on a payroll, creating generational wealth. Thing that can generate revenue without you while you sleep. But in fact, the main issue is not really about the money. It's how we get out of the leash, how we create our own, how we stop to invest in these fields where only 5% allow to have success. NBA, football, rap music, it's only for 5% of our children. Why we don't teach them other things? So that's the main issue for me. And I want you to share with you some solution because we depend of partnership. We don't create. We just, in matter of fact, we create, but we don't own. and we don't understand that it's us that create things. So we depend on partnership. We saw how they did to Diddy, to Kanye, to such and such. And in 1 second, you lose your billionaire status because you don't have create IP. You have a deal with Nike, with Reebok, with Adidas, but it's not yours. It's not your creation. You don't have ecosystem. You don't own factories. You don't have salaries. You don't have employee. You don't have um, brevet. I don't know in English how you say brevet. So you don't have a document that you create something that you own. And the best model for this, the best successful model for me, it's Robert F. Smith, the billionaire. Robert F. Smith, CEO, founder of Vista, he builds an ecosystem where founders and executives from its 86 portfolio company come together and share knowledge. At dedicated events, CFO from smaller company can sit next to the CFO of 400 million software company to learn best practices in product development, go-to-market strategies, contract administration, and more. So it's sharing knowledge with its community of people, of company. Is invest in 86 companies. He has shares and stakes in more than 500 companies, where he install some softwares that it belong to him and his team. And every time that one company have an increased valuation, he printing money. And with this, he can make donation because he own platform. He can pay 400 graduate student loans at Morris College. And this is how you get in off the matrix. You break free of the matrix. Don't mind this thumbnails. It's for my next video about how big entrepreneurs have big family and train their sons to getting in the company next after them, because those people thinking long term and we don't. And this is why we do things like Lebron. So I just want to share with you this new mentality. I think we will live a new era with people like 19 Keys, like Vic Mensa, like entrepreneurs, Idris Sandu, and we have to share this new vision